Balance is a process of constant correction. The road to nirvana has no straight lines, and the prophet that points to a simple redemption, the words that he speaks, riddles and rhymes, can't stop your heart falling to pieces, can't stop a lover from running away. And you can't change the world, can't change the weather. The best you can do is to get through the day. Cup of coffee, colder gray morning, still showing up with nowhere to go. My father's house is tried, but it's empty. Most of my memories deep down below. Can't stop your heart falling to pieces, can't stop a lover from running away. And you can't change the world, you can't change the weather. The best you can do is to get through the day. Balance is a process, it's not always pretty. Big rig from Dallas, a black patch of ice. Sometimes it's enough to make it by morning. When the man writes the ticket, just pay the price. Can't stop your heart falling to pieces, can't stop another from running away. And you can't change the world, you can't change the weather. The best you can do is to get through the day. The best you can do is to get through the day. Sometimes the best you can do is to get through the day. In times of trouble, we decide what we need, what we take with us, what we leave, and how much of your answers can be believed. Nothing gonna save you if you're deceived. Can you live without water for 5 days? Can you live without shopping when you get paid? Can you live without having someone to blame? Can you live without the loser of your game? Without this fine new car? Can you live without knowing exactly who you are? Did you ever doubt you'd have your house on the hill? Can you live without all the folks who never will? Can you live without your dope? Whatever it might be, kind Bud or Budweiser, it works the same for me. Can you live with without them whispering your name? Can you live without cashing in your fame? Can you live without her? Best make up your mind. Live without her. Boy, you're running out of time. Can you live without her? Is this the way it's playing out? Can you live without her? Can you live without? Trouble, we decide what we need, but we take with us what we leave. And how much of your answers can we believe? Nothing gonna save you if you're deceived. Can you live without her breath on your neck? Can you live without laughter and the sex? Did you ever doubt you'd have her picture on your wall? Can you live without anybody there at all? Can you live without the callus on your knees? Can you live without the scar that no one sees? Can you live without living by degrees? Can you live without doing exactly as you please? In times of trouble, we decide what we need, what we take with us, what we leave. And how much of your answers can we believe? Nothing gonna save you if you're deceived. Can't remember where I'm supposed to be. Pushing through the turnstile later with all the suits and alligators. I feel someone brush up next to me. Then I see you, and it blinds me with your mama's rhinestones and your thrift store finery. I've been wandering in the dark, looking for someone to find me. When I close my eyes, it's only you I'm thinking of. I don't know why I try to be so tough, to be so tough.
Hi there, Internet. My name is Guy Forsyth, and I'm coming to you live from the Saxon Pub. Saxon Pub, this is like my living room. This is one of my favorite clubs. A place that I've been lucky enough to play 100 times. And I look very much forward to being playing on this stage once again. I look forward in the future to playing to a live audience, although right now it's my wife and my daughter in the crowd. And we are just sort of hanging out here in the empty club, which they have been nice enough to loan us so we can make this show and do this broadcast today. This is sacred ground. It has been, since the Saxon Pub opened, there's been a continual display of live, mostly original music from this stage without cessation now for 20 years. It's amazing. This is hallowed ground if you care about the songwriter, you care about independent music. And it's one of the most important rooms in Austin, Texas. And right now, we're going to use it to play some songs for you. So I hope everybody out there is feeling good today. We're going to play some music, and my partner, Jeska Bailey, who's right now the puppet master, and is freaking out as she tries to tie together all the different web pages and domains that we can to send this signal to boost the signal and continue to send it out there. So, well, enough talk. Don't waste a moment on that one you left behind. Don't think for a second you just might change your mind. Things would be different if the whole wide world rewind. 'Cause you could say she's crazy now. It's not like you treated her any different than all the rest. Held for a moment and told you loved her best. Maybe she just felt it deeper inside the vest. 'Cause you could say she's crazy now. She's crazy now, used to spend every single sunrise. Sleep it off and get it on again. What could make a man so unwise to slander so good a friend? Keep your mind on what you have got. Don't waste your time on what you have not. Just count your blessings. You got off the first shot. You could say she's crazy now. She's crazy now, used to spend every single sunrise. Sleep it off and get it on again. What could make a man so unwise to slander so good a friend? And if the end was just too much for her to bear, you suck it up and breathe it out like air. After all, she saw things in you that simply were not there. And you could say she's crazy now. You could say she's crazy now. You could say she's crazy now. That's a song that I wrote. I wrote that song because I fell in love with Hoagie Carmichael's brilliant tune, Georgia. And I found myself playing it every time I picked up a guitar, and I realized that as a songwriter, I'd starve if I did that because there's just no future in it. So I stole the chords and I repurposed them for that song. So a little bit of green in your blue, or something like that. Hey, it's Jessica Bailey, who's joining us right now.
To be ignored.
Who wishes to be ignored. So let's ignore her.
I'm still
We're
working.
just going to move right on ahead, and she's going to go do whatever
hi.
it is that she needs to do.
Hello.
Because she is making all this happen. I've been dead for months, and I am kept in motion by a insect-like system of animatronics that exists all underneath of my skin. She applies the solutions to the skin. And it
I'll be
doesn't
back
dry.
in just a second.
And so I'm merely repeating things that I've been programmed to say. And that's what we do here. So we're going to play some more music for you right now. Oh, did you want to hear?
I don't. I want to just work. I'd have to still set stuff.
Okay.
That's why I said 2 songs.
Okay, all right. I didn't hear you say
all
2
right.
songs, so I'll do 2 songs. This would be the second one of those 2 songs. By the time you get this letter, it'll be too late for goodbyes. 'Cause I promised I'd never leave you, not till the day I die. But I've broken every promise that I promised to keep. And I know that you know, I know that I'm not the man that you thought was me. Every second chance I take leaves tears in your eyes. Still you will not walk away and find yourself another guy. Why do I always feel lost when I'm not on the old side of town, where the streets they all are empty and the buildings are falling down? I haunt the deserted railroad yards where the trees grow between the tracks, and I can find my face in passing in yellow photographs. Why do I always leave the ones that I love? Why do my heroes always fail? All my friends are losers, drunk again or in the jail. So if you see my ghost tonight, I'm panhandling for change. Just another faded penny man without the sense to come in from the rain. Won't you tell him that it's over and he must go away? You don't need no shades hanging round to turn your blue skies to gray. If you see my ghost tonight, if that toll's too much to pay, won't you give him just one single Lincoln worth of your love? Send him on his way. Won't you give him just one single penny worth of your love and send him on his way?
All right.
All right. It's all right.
I'm sorry, it's lots to set up.
So it is a lot. It is a lot. Jeska Bailey is reinventing the internet and communication technology even as we speak to bring you this show. Why? Because we love you. And we realize that these are difficult times, and the way that we have been getting together, which is to gather in sweaty rooms and spit on each other for hours and hours and hours, is not the right thing to do right now. And so we are keeping quarantine, and we hope you are too, doing the best you can to minimize your physical exposure, but maximizing our social interaction by the use of this fabulous technology. Hey, Jeska Bailey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
You want me to sing a song, don't you?
If you'd like to sing a song,
Sure,
maybe
I
you
do.
could put your concerns away and just enjoy playing some music.
I'm at the
Yes.
Saxon Pub.
Yeah.
I've been so excited to be here and play music just on this stage. We play here about at least once every 2 weeks in real life, so it's been strange not being here. What song should we do?
Here's that list of songs that I made,
Yeah,
which
let's do this.
which I was going to print out, but we didn't get to, so go right ahead.
Sure. Why don't we do "Stand by Your Man"?
All right. One final tune.
This
'cause
is
you're
not
with
a
it.
song that I wrote. If you're a millennial or younger and you think that I'm a genius, I did not write this song. Was it was Tammy, right?
Yeah.
Tammy won it. I sang this when I was younger at a restaurant in San Angelo, and then we revisited it with the Honeysuckle Sage Writers here in Austin, Texas. I'm gonna send this song out to you guys. Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. You'll have hard times, you'll have some great times, doing things that you don't understand. But if you love him, you'll forgive him, even though he's hard to understand. And if you love him, be proud of him, 'cause after all, he's just a man. Stand by your man, give him 2 arms to cling to, and something warm to come to when the nights are cold and lonely. Stand by your man, show the world you love him, keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man. Stand by your man. Give him 2 arms to cling to. Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man. I just needed to get that out of my system.
Yeah. Sometimes the positive musical affirmation is the thing that gets us through hard times. Music is a tool for transcendence throughout our history in bad situations, difficult times, places where the outcome has been unclear. We have used music as a tool to give us strength and to transcend our situation to obtain our highest ideals.
It's true.
It's absolutely true. Absolutely true. This is an old technology that we're taking advantage of right now with all this new technology. So, an interesting time. I love that collision of opposites, the old and the new. This is something that's always interested me, and so glad to get to share this with all of you. So, I guess as we are working our little this jaunt into the union of opposites, let's do this Neil Kasanoff song. I asked Neil why he wrote this song, and he said because there just aren't enough songs about dope-selling preachers. I had to agree, and so I had to record this song. Preaching the gospel in a rundown bar room outside the San Antonio. Smoked a pack of Marlboro, waited for the sun, but it still hasn't shown. It's been raining through the day, and I can't play another game of domino. And the good old boys are ripe to fight. Jesus thinks it might be time to go. With my red leather Bible, zipper leather cover, all the good parts, bookmark pages folded over. Baby, me and Jesus need to make our way home. Tied you on my arms and born to roam. Well, I was born to roam. Back in the bar down San Antonio, trying to turn the other cheek. Well, I tried to tell the boys about Jesus Christ, but they wouldn't let me speak. It kept raining through the day, nothing on the radio but Tejano. And the good old boys are telling me that I might be better off out on the road. Oh, with my red leather Bible, zipper leather cover, all the good fun bookmark pages folded over. Baby, me and Jesus need to make our way home. Tied you on my arms and born to roam. Well, I'm born to roam. Oh, all the barrio boys have loaded me up. 10 pounds of dope and a pickup truck. Rosary hanging on my windshield mirror. Thinking about my Lord, protector, and Savior. Trying to do right by the one true God. I said to lead me to the street, and if I get lost, He's coming on me right behind. They ain't gonna stop me, but they roll on by. Got my red leather Bible, zipper leather cover, all the good part, bookmark pages folded over. Baby, me and Jesus need to make our way home. Tied you on my arms is born to roam. Well, I was born to roam. It's in a ride with the barrio boys. They like to save my ass. They said a friend of Jesus is a friend of ours, and then we smoke some grass. It kept raining through the day, nothing on the radio but Tejano. And I ain't seen those boys, and I don't know how long. Lord, I miss them so. Oh, with my red leather Bible, zipper leather cover, all the good part, bookmark pages folded over. Baby, me and Jesus need to make our way home. Tied you on my arms is born to roam. Well, I was born to roam. Thank you, audience.
Thank you, Jody. So we have about 90 people watching right now.
Oh, that's great. Thanks so much.
If each of you share and do a what? What is it called?
A watch party.
Yeah! If you do a watch party to your personal page, do it to groups, put it anywhere you think that a lot of people will see it. That'll help everyone see us that doesn't know we exist.
Yeah, music is a thing that brings people together, so you can act as that agent of togetherness right now by sharing this show to people that you love, or maybe people that you don't love but want to annoy. So you could annoy people by sharing it.
Yep.
That would be great too. Whatever it takes, we're all in.
How can I keep from singing?
I don't know, but let's try.
I don't have anywhere to put this. I'm just gonna hold it like a pro. My life goes on in endless song above the earth's limitation. I feel the wheel go far off hand that deals a new creation. Through all the turmoil and the strife, I hear the music singing. It sounds like an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? Well, thou tempest loudly roars until the truth I liveth. All the darkness around me close. Songs in the night it giveth. The storm can shake my inmost until the rock I'm clinging. Since Lord is love of heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? Storm can chase my inmost strong until the rocket's clinging. Since Lord is love of heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? My life goes on in endless song above the earth's limitation. I hear the wheel go far of him. How can I keep from singing? How can I keep from singing? How can I keep from singing? Thanks. Well, I want to take a second. I'm going to say hi to a few people out there. We have Earl and Sue. We've got Wes from Kerrville, Julianne Knowles, Leanne Linder, Richard King.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, there's lots of folks out there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, Vicky's watching from Ingram. That's your
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, that's your mom.
That's my mom.
We've got Corse and Lily watching from Rome,
Wow,
which is
cool.
fun. Laura Martinheim. Yeah, there's all kinds of people out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. It definitely feeds our need for constant attention as performers.
That's right. This is a hard situation for us. I mean, everybody has their own particular travails in this event, this long slow motion car wreck that we're all experiencing. But I've made my living, my entire adult life as a live performer, doing exactly the thing that we shouldn't be doing right now, which is gathering together in sweaty little rooms. So it is odd going forward and trying to figure out how to navigate this, but the science is there for you. Science is science. You know, it doesn't have an emotional investment in any of this, but the empirical facts are there, which is we can slow down the rate of transmission of this virus by minimalizing our physical interactions, and we can maintain our psyche by maximizing our social interactions through this amazing, freakish telepresence. So there we go.
Yeah.
if that girl is right and I don't see it, and she's right in front of my face? What if tonight's the night and I don't seize it, and this is just a brush with grace? What if that girl is right? What if that girl is right? 'Cause I've been wrong, and I've been wrong for so long. A righteous clown who doubles down when the moment's gone. And through it all, after I take my fall, well, there's one person standing at my curtain call. What if that girl is right and I don't see it, and she's right in front of my face? What if tonight's the night and I don't seize it, and this is just a brush with grace? What if that girl is right? What if that girl is right? 'Cause this is not my first rodeo. Not even my second rodeo.
Or his third.
No, when I think about it, my life really has been a succession of rodeos, one after another. But at a certain point, you have to look ahead and realize there are probably fewer rodeos ahead of me than there are rodeos behind. And that means that there's an economic need, a desire to maximize the value of those rodeos. So, and I gotta get everything I could possibly get out of that. This might be my last rodeo. I just don't know. It's my pride keeps me dissatisfied. Well, it's a story that I tell myself, but it's true that I lie. Want some celestial version, a super heroine, unlikely to condescend me to put my needle in. She's right in front of my face. What if tonight's the night and I don't seize it, and this is just a brush with grace? What if the girl is right and I don't see it, and she's right in front of my face? What if tonight's the night and I don't seize it, and this is just a brush with grace, just a brush with grace, just a brush with grace?
We just recently found out that's our youngest daughter's favorite song. Good on her. Good
I like
on
that,
her.
yeah.
Good.
that we do. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's
Her
not,
actual favorite
it's not
song
muffin
is
time
Muffin Time or
yeah.
Cookies
Yeah, milk
and
and
Cookies.
cookies.
Yeah, it's not great.
Milk and cookies.
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
Nope, not doing that. Why don't we do that Bonnie Raitt? That Bonnie
Sure.
Raitt
You mean you
tune.
talk a little bit?
Yeah. So, we do hope you're keeping safe. It is important. We know that the people, the places we love are all doing everything that they can possibly think to do right now to ease back into the transitions of being open. I wish I could just take you around and show you how beautiful the Saxon Pub is. They have new tables. They have a new bar top that's beautiful.
They shined up the elephants.
Yeah, they shined up the elephants. They're holding the bar up a little stronger. They covered the patio out back. And this coming Monday, they're going to be open to the public outside starting at 4 o'clock. And they have a nice covering over that patio outside. And they're real excited to see everyone come out. So wear a mask, bring some hand sanitizer, and come and get a beer. And be safe. But I'm really excited to see Saxon opening their doors.
I am too.
Some people worship in churches, and some people worship in bar rooms, and this is certainly a bar room where I've been doing a lot of worshing for a long time.
Who's in charge of saying what's considered a church? Is what I'd like to say.
That's right. Well, I mean, the Bible does say "fashion no stone," and so like there seems to be a decrying of intention there. But let's not get into pedantics. What's important? We don't care where you get the Spirit, as long as you get the Spirit. I think is what we're trying to say.
Breaking him. Awesome. Yeah.
If you like that sort of thing.
I do. Awesome. Play us a song you wrote.
I will play us a song that I wrote. I'm in open G tuning. I had a good conversation with my good friend Kathleen Sloan, and we were talking. Who's known me since I was 3, and we were talking about guitars, and the question was raised: why so many guitars? Why different guitars? Well, one thing that I'm doing is I'm changing tuning in these guitars. So right now I have this guitar tuned to open G tuning, a common banjo tuning, really. that sort of thing. And I like that as a solo performer because I can use the open strings to sustain the finger picking up in the higher octaves. I'm not really a banjo player, but I did possess a banjo for a period of time. My mom had an antique store in Clear Lake, Texas when I was growing up, and I used to go with her when she would go to estate sales and auctions to find things to sell at her store. Her antique store was in Clear Lake, Texas on Space Center Boulevard because that's where NASA Control is. So once again, the union of opposites. Always interesting to me. Well, I did find a banjo at one of these auctions, and it was a plastic banjo. It was a 5-string banjo that has the recalcitrant high G string, so you would use it for sort of bluegrass playing, as opposed to tenor or plectrum style banjo. But it was plastic. It was the type of banjo you would order out of a catalog in the 1950s if you weren't well off enough to be able to afford the wooden banjo. Describing another collision of opposites, these space age materials.
You have to turn this when you talk, they say.
And old, and an old way of thinking. Well, anyway, this is the song that I found inside that old banjo. Just across the highway, there's the Army store. And every time I sit, I remember what it's for. My brother signed up so he could make his stake. They sent him to Iraq, it's just a year and a day in the showdown. He was shot from the rear. They make those bullets 16 miles from here. All they ever wanted was this old piece of ground, and that was 3 feet wide, 6 feet down. All they ever wanted was this old piece of ground, and I ain't ever gonna leave my hometown. Church window caught in the corner of my eye. Jacob's ladder shining out of the sky. Well, I'm dreaming of Susie with the yellow hair. When I was small, she used to live around here. Lived in Valley Baptist on a White Elm Road. I kissed her in the choir when she was 12 years old. Susie went to school, but I just sort of came back and burned the damn church down. Susie went to school, but I just sort of hung around. And I ain't ever gonna leave my hometown. Well, there's an Amoco pipeline that cuts through the town. Feed the rusty mosquitoes to the oil from the ground. I watch the sun go down through a hole in the plant. They left when they laid the power line. That's a V8 Ford. You can tell by the sound that I ain't ever gonna leave my hometown. Go to meeting about 10:30, and I put on my best again. I got a half tank of gas, beer in a can. Meet him back up Johnson's land. go down through a hole in the pine. There they left when they made the power line. That's a 12-gauge full choke, you tell by the sound. But I ain't never gonna leave my hometown.
Nice. So I think that we'll show one of those clips now. If
Sure.
you want.
Yeah, so this is a stage that we've gotten to play many, many times. Right before the onset of the virus and the beginning of the lockdown, we had a gig here that we recorded, so we will share a little of that music with you right now. Who are the players on here? We have Naj Conklin.
We got Naj. We got
on the bass.
Yes, Naj on the bass, Jeff on drums,
Jeff Botta on the drums,
Shane Keenan on guitar,
guitar, and
Mark Addison, and I'm doing vocals and you're doing everything.
Yes.
So let me see if I can get this going for you guys.
Great musician who lives here sometimes, works here sometimes. Get a chance to see him. I got a chance to write this song about him. This is a song that I wrote for my mama.
Yay! She's awesome.
Welcome back.
Yeah, that was a part of the show that we did for Guy's anniversary of Love Songs. For
Yeah,
and
a record
Against.
that I put out, Love Songs For and Against. So that was a real fun series of shows. And hopefully we'll do some more like that
Yeah,
as soon as we can.
yeah. So now I'm going to sing Fields of Gold. And I sing it in the Ava Cassidy rendition. And originally it was Sting. Who was
That's right.
Yeah, originally Sting. I'm learning so much. So this is Fields of Gold.
1, 2, 3.
You remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. So he took her love for to stay a while among the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her hair came down, as she walked in fields of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love among the fields of barley? You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walk in fields of gold. I never made promises lightly. There were some that I've broken, but I swear in the time we have left, we will walk in fields of gold. We'll walk in fields of gold. I never made promises lightly. There were some I've broken, but I swear in the days we have left, we will walk in fields of gold. We'll walk in fields of gold. Many years have passed since those summer days among the fields of barley. See the children run as the sun goes down, as we walk in fields of gold. You'll remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walk in fields of gold. When we walk in fields of gold. When we walk in fields
I would like to point out I wouldn't be able to do any of these songs just sad if Guy wasn't amazing and didn't like know all his songs.
Or
and
if you had a karaoke machine, which is also would probably be more than adequate.
Can't.
I think.
Can't.
But in lockdown recently, we've been doing some writing, and we'd like to do the most recent song that we have,
Brand new song.
which was initially for our kids. That's you, Mary May. I know you're not paying attention, but
She has earpods or something.
yeah. But
And we're dorky if we call them the wrong thing, and I can't ever remember what they're
but we're like hopefully we can send this positive vibe out to everybody out there, because really that's what is required right now. It's a lot of us are are stressed out because of our inability to connect and to rely on the things that have worked so long and so well for us, and so we are back on our heels. We're in a bad situation. So what is required is for us to be just a little bit kinder and gentler to each other, and especially to ourselves.
If I were queen, I'd build you a palace with peppermint patty streets. We'd live on cherry pie. We'd sing and dance forever, forever be together in our candy castle in the sky. If I were queen, if I were queen, if I were queen.
If I were king, you wouldn't want for anything. You'd always have the finest in the land. You would always know you have somewhere to go and never be a slave to any man. If I were king, if I were king, if I were, may you be lucky, may you be strong, may you be safe, may you live long, may you find someone to make you smile. A million hidden treasures makes it all worthwhile.
May your counsel be your own.
May this world be your home, and may you and it treat each other fair,
May you stand up to be true
and find joy in what you do, and only then can you dye your hair.
If I were queen,
If I were king,
if I were queen,
if I were king, the years tumble by and there's a trick of the eye as it shows where the light was just before. Jewels of the crown, hey, I see you around. You always leave me wanting more.
maybe you'll have babies.
And maybe they'll have babies. There'll be babies everywhere.
It's your choice, you can choose
What to abide, what to refuse. Now get out of here.
If I were queen,
If I were king,
if I were queen,
if I were king,
if you were king,
if I were king,
if you were king,
if you were queen.
I'm gonna cry every time I sing it. So that's the brand new song.
Oh, we just got someone who's giving a shout out to Richard Vanoy, the greatest sound man
Richard!
in creation, who is actually not doing sound. It's just this one microphone in front of us. From the fine folks at Ear Trumpet Labs, this is their microphone, the Myrtle.
If Richard was here, we would have more than one mic, and he'd be like, "Why? What are you doing? Do not touch that. Don't pivot the microphone, Jessica.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? And then he'd get his little stick with his bouncy ball on it and go clink, clink, clink,
Yep.
clink, clink, clink.
Richard Vanoy mixes sound for 4 bands a night, 6
Since
days
forever.
a week.
For how many years, Jody?
Since right after they invented water.
30 years.
30 years.
That's when you started singing.
That's right. That's right. So my entire career, and one of the great things about the Saxon Pub, and one of the things that makes it such a enduringly reliable music experience, is the fact that this room is tuned just like a guitar. It is carefully cared for in a way that musicians know is priceless. It really is a valuable thing.
He washes the microphones after every performer, and he's done that for 30 years before there was ever this pandemic. It's amazing. Like, we so appreciate you, Richard. There's your shout out. I love you.
Yeah.
He's like, we've adopted him.
Absolutely.
He's
absolutely.
in the fam. What you got, darling?
Well, I don't know yet. What should I sing?
Do like an old one. Like, do one that all your fans would totally be like, oh, I haven't heard that in forever. There are some requests out here. Oh, hi. There's some people watching from San Angelo. Alan. Hi, Alan. Hi, Julianne.
Let's do Barefoot Waltz.
Hi, Steven. Sure.
This is one of the oldest songs that I have. I wrote this song shortly after moving to Austin, and I'd only written a handful of songs before I moved here. And I moved here for the music scene. I had been working doing Renaissance festivals as a stuntman, which sounds much more romantic than it actually was. I played Robin Hood in a Robin Hood and Little John show that was pretty much slapstick comedy, which involved me getting beat up a whole bunch for 5 shows a day. And so when I came down to Austin, Texas, while I was doing the Texas Renaissance Fair, I went down to 6th Street and I saw that bands were playing at places like Joe's Generic Bar, and the bands were playing for tips, and I was already working for tips, and I was getting beat up and hit with swords and sticks and thrown into disgusting water to get that money. I was like, well, this would be much better. And so I moved to Austin. Shortly after moving to Austin, I started to hang out at places like the Black Cat. And I remember seeing Jeff Hughes's band Chaparral play there. And there was this woman named Leah who I was just totally enraptured. She had tattoos and would wear cowboy boots and short skirts, and I was in love.
Tattoos.
And so I heard that she really liked waltzes, so I was like, I've got it in. I'll write a song for her and invite her to the open mic that I play at Chicago House, and that's what I did. I said, hey, I hear you like waltzes. You should come on by. But she never ever showed, so I changed the name from Leah's Waltz to the Barefoot Waltz, and that's what this is.
Hi, Denise.
Hey, Denise. You ready? Mm-hmm. Waltzing me barefoot on the ground, watch for the rocks and the end till I found. Waltzing me on a sawdusted floor, but beware the broken bottle there at the door. It will be alright, know what to watch for. Barefoot on the floor. These are my shoes, shiny and clean. They help me run fast and they make me look keen. But the soles underneath have already lost their sheen.
I just bought them this morning. These are my feet, tattered and torn, from each piece of glass and each little thorn. But they're just as soft as the day I was born, like I was born just this morning. Also me, barefoot on the ground, watch for the rocks and the intel I found. Also me on the sawdusted floor, but beware the broken bottle there at the door. It will be alright, I know what to watch for. I watch your feet to learn this whole dancing biz. 2 steps to your right and 1 step to his. But I can see blood in your footprints. Looks like I'm not the only one mourning. And I know it's not spring and the grass will be cold, but take off your shoes, winter is old. We'll dance together, 4 naked souls, and we'll still be dancing come morning. Waltzing me barefoot on the ground, watch for the rocks and the intel I found. Waltzing me on the sawdusted floor, but beware the broken bottle there at the door. It will be alright, my damn feet are sore. Barefoot on the floor.
I love it. I just glanced over at the board over there for half a second, and the only thing I saw was a comment from your mom that said, "Loser, LOL." It made me giggle so much. Yes, Leah did make a poor choice by not going, but I'm fine with that. Fine with that decision. What's now? What next? What are we doing?
Well, what have you got on your list?
I've got Mad World. I'm just trying to decide where, because Liz is watching, and I'd like to do it for Liz. But
We'll do it for Liz right now.
you chat for a second, and I gotta pull out.
Hi there, Internet.
Oh my goodness.
Have you lost weight?
No.
Obviously, this whole quarantine has been really
Internet.
good for you. It seems to be working out really nicely. Maybe what you really needed was just to get away from it all for just a little while, and you'll be coming back even stronger. I don't know if any of that's true, but it does sound good. And you can trust me because
He's a
I'm
musician.
on your device. I don't even know what device it is. It could be your phone, it could be your computer, it could be your television, but it's your device, and I'm coming out of it. Ta-da! Hey!
It's
So-
Guy Forsyth.
So Jess has got this song. She didn't write the song, but she did write some extra lyrics for it. So what brought you to this song? And
Well, I've actually been a fan of this song for a long time. I first heard it from Donnie Darko, the movie. I know that that's not its original origin, but that's where I learned and heard it. And then not that long ago, Guy's sister, Liz, my sister, was like, hey, y'all should learn this song. And immediately my brain was like, nope, can't do it, too hard, can't do it. And then the next day I went upstairs and I learned it. So, and I also wrote an additional verse. You know,
and I also noticed that's a new guitar.
it is.
Yes,
What did I name her? Betty Page?
Betty Page.
Because
Yes.
she's curvy. But she's little, and hopefully I can play it because my hand can go all around there. So, but I wonder if that's in blocking the sound with this stand here.
I think it'll be fine.
All right. Oh, I did not even capo anything. Just started out crazy. Sorry. It is a different experience to be on this stage with nobody here. It's a feeling I wasn't anticipating. It's a little bit different, you know? To see, I keep looking over there at Jody. She's the only soul in here. Well, our daughter's in here, but she's got her ear plops in, whatever they're called.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. I think it's kinda funny, think it's kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. Find it hard to tell you, find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, made to feel that every child should sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson? Look right through me, look right through me. I think it's kind of funny, think it's kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. Find it hard to tell you, find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world, mad world. Ah, it happened.
Hey, a mad world. It is, hey.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
I added that verse and then waited a week, and now there's more things to add more verses about. So
Yep. May you live in interesting times. And these are interesting times.
these are very interesting times. We just. Ooh, this is a new song. It's available on GuyForsyth.com. You can buy it for $1.
Even as a child, I knew I would take a bullet for you. But in my life, I've never seen someone so lucky grow so mean. I wonder what it was that turned you on. A point and click solution, and the problem's gone. You always liked your hands clean, and to manifest the promise of a new machine. Now there's an Armalite rifle underneath your bed, breast fat jacket and a heart of lead. Backhand of God, I heard it said. That Armalite rifle underneath your bed. By all accounts, your run's been good. No one to tell you what you should. You wear the boots around this town, and no one dares to come around. But it doesn't look like you got much sleep, and what you get is fast and cheap. You dream of what they do to you. It's the same as you would too. Now there's an Armalite rifle underneath your bed, brass bright jacket and a heart of lead. Backhand of God, I heard it said. That Armalite rifle underneath your bed. Do that again. The black rifle has its say, ends arguments a block away. Bullet points, talking heads, blue and gray, blue and red. Blue and gray, blue and red. Misunderstood and overfed. Too much hate to see what you might lose. Not love.
to show?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if you want to intro it. It's another one from the Love Songs For and Against.
All right, well, we're going to show another video from us playing right here on this stage with the full band, with Jeff Botta playing drums, Naj Conklin playing bass, Mark Addison playing keyboards, Shane playing guitar, and Jeska doing backgrounds and vocals, and I'm playing guitar and other things as well.
Hey, if for some reason this is the same video y'all just saw a second ago, will you tell me? Because I can't hear what's going on. So,
great musician who lives here sometimes, works here sometimes, get a chance to see him. I got a chance to write this song about him. This is a song that I wrote for my mama.
yay! She's awesome.
Okay, so we already
it.
showed you that one, so we're going to show you a different one because you're worth it. Thanks,
on, you're
Mom,
mute.
for letting us know.
Thanks, Mom. I'm trying so super hard.
We've tried to take, usually it would take a whole TV station and a crew of experts who are wearing ties to do this, but you've got us.
So you get what
Here
you
we
pay
are!
For. Oh, and speaking of pay for, you can tip us if you'd like.
Oh yeah, if you're enjoying this sort of thing and you'd like to see us continue to have enough calories to pull it off, please share with us. We have our Venmo address and our
that a
PayPal.
different guitar?
Yes, that's
Okay.
a different guitar.
Yes. I have to share your camera because mine's off. If you just have a plethora of extra money and you're like, gosh, I have so much money. What do I do with it?
You could give it to musicians.
We don't have any.
It's never been cheaper to be a patron of the arts.
So we'll take that pesky money right off your hands. Here's a video. Enjoy.
chickens you couldn't get. I will wait with you. I will wait with you. I will wait with you. I will wait.
Oh, here we are. We are back.
Oh, I miss it. Jason Isbell said that as soon as the quarantine is over, he's going to do everything with a drummer behind him, including like going to get groceries and stuff like that. So I certainly miss the power of playing with a fully operational battle station like our fabulous band. So here's to you, Naj. Here's to you, Jeff. We miss playing with you guys, and we hope we get to do it really soon.
Yeah, we should plan another little like benefit show.
Yeah.
Another show to send some money to our band members who
Are still having to eat in this difficult time. This is a song that I wrote for a gentleman who played on the stage many times. And that would be Stephen Bruton. The outside patio is the Stephen Bruton patio, which was, I guess, opened 10 years ago. There's a plaque out there with Stephen's face. And so it's weird thinking that that Stephen's been gone for 10 years because he's still such a personality in in my world. He was a great musician, and he made other musicians play better. If you were on a gig with Stephen Bruton, you brought your A game because he would tolerate no less. He was a fabulous guy. You might not know who I'm talking about, but if you've ever listened to Chris Christopherson or Bonnie Raitt, you've probably been listening to the guitar parts and mandolin parts of Stephen Bruton. This is a song that I wrote with my friend Brian Keane, and this is for Stephen. I only want the things that matter. I only want things that you can share. Don't give me diamond rings, all those so-called finer things. They don't matter when they are not there. I don't need more clothes if I'm not freezing, and I don't want the love that I can't feel. I can't use a pretty light just to help me pass my time. Love only matters when it's real. I only want the things that matter. I only want things that you can share. Don't give me diamond rings, all those so-called finer things. They don't matter when they are not there. Now I met a man who paid $1 million, built himself a mansion up on high, and he worked hard every day, and the strength passed him away, and now he sits and watches the lovers pass him by. I only want the things that matter. I only want things that you can share. Don't give me diamond rings, all those so-called finer things. They don't matter when they are not there. So I gave my girl a watch that shine with diamonds, the prettiest watch you would ever find. Well, she left it in the drawer when she walked Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff Plankenhorn, no stranger to this stage. I wish he was here, and I hope we get a chance to play with him soon, as soon as he can cross the border, as he's on the other side of the Canadian border right now. And which, you know, given the Texas summer, that's not a bad place to be, Jeff.
Nope.
Enjoy yourself.
So, that's our show. We're so glad that you stayed. We've been given permission to show you the brand new bar top and the patio outside, which I've never done this before with that. So we're gonna
do
you
a
guys
little walk
tour.
around.
Yeah. The patio is under construction, and it's fine. Okay, and then I have to take this. All right, here we go. This will be an experiment. Great. All right, I need to turn on my audio. Now my audio's on, and now we're here. I hope you guys can hear me. There's Guy, there's our setup. There's me, and here's the new bar guy.
Okay, I still have the I still getting the picture
Of yourself. Here
us
you
on
go.
stage.
Here we go. Look at this. These elephants have never looked better. And for those of you that didn't ever realize it, these guys right here, these are elephants on the edges of the bar. And boop, there we go. Now you can see it. Look at that. And they've added beautiful new lights to the top of the bar. Isn't that beautiful? And there's blue lights up in the ceiling. And I'm excited to say that they've asked me and Guy for another picture to hang up, which is very exciting. Look at all of their tiny little... all the nights.
Jeff Plankenhorn says, "Holy new bar!"
Holy new bar. Yeah, sure. I promised Jody I wouldn't film her, so I have to stay behind her.
There we go. I'm trying to get. There it is. There it is. Now it's up.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.